Yeah, that's good.
I'll get that all taken care of, and then I'll also have to go on a long distance trip if I have to.
That's right. He'll be heading up to Hewitt next month, and you're thinking about taking a car.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to slap a 2x4 on there before I go. Just in case I don't have enough money to buy a bumper. I'm sure I will. I'll probably get a bumper sometime, either next week or the week after that.
Yeah.
Sometime within the month, so I can just slap it on.
Want to see what you look like on from before?
Sure.
Okay. June 17th, 1989.
He doesn't waste no time.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you look real good. See, this is Janice's daughter, Lori.
Oh.
Uh-huh. From Illinois, right?
Yep.
That's right. How are you? Fine. Good for you, Nina. Hi, Dan.
Hi. Colin Marshfield. He's her sister Leonelle and a couple other nuns. And some campers. You gonna put all of that pig in that little pan?
Well, not just in one pan, but have, some more. What do you want, Brad? Yeah. Had my hair for a while.
You know what you guys should need is a hedge trimmer, one of those electric hedge trimmers. Instead of an electric knife. No, we don't want diced. We don't want diced pork, fellas. You did a nice job. We don't want diced.
She's warm on that backside, boy. Just ain't gonna work. No. Fingers. This fork works big, and you just kind of tear it. You gotta get some pretty small chunks, though.
I always wondered how you got the meat off of them things.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, everybody. We got another one, Pap.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the second one here.
Important part, huh?
Oh, sure.
That's good.
How's it look, Don? That's pretty nice.
I wonder
if littler forks or something.
I wonder if an electric knife would help you or not, Jim.
You might.
You got one?
Yeah, he does.
You got electricity here?
Yeah, right in the shed.
I'll get it. I'll go get it for you.
He's in the house somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find him.
Hey!
Yeah, don't you just carve it, then you don't have to pull it. It gets so hot.
You should see my sister-in-laws when they make them.
Yeah?
Just tear it apart.
Is that it?
I don't know how the hell they do it.
Huh?
Yeah, they just dig right in. Oh, it's gotta hurt.
You must wait till it cools off.
Yeah, looks good. It smells good.
That's pretty nice thing. Leo. Oh, we got one.
Bring the electric knife?
Oh, Jeff's getting that.
Oh.
We gotta let this. I got you. What are you doing with the fat they left in London? Just throw it someplace. What do you think? Oh, that works much better. Much better. Cut this? Sure. This don't work too bad. Well, here's a knife sitting right here, and I'm standing there. Well, I can't help you. Just move over a little bit. Help yourself around this road.
Here comes for a minute. Yeah.
We don't know yet.
I don't think we're going to need that electric knife now.
Just unplug this electric cord, fellas? Or
I don't know if we're going to need her now, Jeff.
No? You got her all set up?
Yeah, this works pretty good. Made you run for nothing. Yeah, that pig wasn't fat.
Just thinking of them pork chops in there.
Yeah, we're gonna butcher them, huh?
Yep.
Tear them all apart. That's where the knife comes nice, and you cut the meat short like that.
Cut done different. Didn't even notice. No, didn't even notice it stand there.
You ever make these on a cooker at home?
First time.
Only
Oh.
once, yeah.
This is the first time we ever did.
Had 3 of them, and then cut them up. Huh?
Had your hands full on?
That was for church doings, you know.
Oh.
And 2 o'clock. Well, we put it on in the afternoon, and we thought we'd get one done. So we get down there in the morning and get it cut up, you know, and get the other ones going. And 2 o'clock in the morning, they called up. One was finished.
Oh, no.
Come in and cut it up. So we went and cut that one up.
Well, we should give it to the expert then, right?
Yeah.
Spectating on this one, huh?
Can't really screw it up too much, Jerome.
No, that job there isn't too much you can
No.
go wrong. Yeah.
We made her this far, we'll make her the rest of it. Hard part, cut them in smaller chunks, so. Otherwise,
Let's just choke on them.
gotta go in this one. Yeah. I'm working on it. I'll take this back in there.
You want to bring me a knife, do you?
A knife?
Yeah.
Oh, you bet. That's why we didn't bring one before. We don't trust you. We don't want
Fine, I'll leave. No problem.
Don't want you to hurt yourself, you know.
You need another Nesco?
I believe we're gonna need one. Maybe not.
We'll wait a minute until you get these 2 pretty well filled.
And when you get down the bacon,
How is it going there?
Well, we asked them if they wanted something this morning for breakfast. We would have brought them in a choke. Fine,
Very good.
well, it looks kind of reddish in there, doesn't it?
So the old belly meat's just like ham here. Man, boy.
Oh, Jackie isn't here yet, huh?
No, he's gonna be coming. I hope pretty quick so I can go home and take a shower. Smell like this critter laying here.
No, you smell worse, Joe. Easy.
You still working at the hospital?
I never did work at the hospital.
He's in television, electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you worked in the old clinic, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
This is Dan, Janice's husband from Rockford, Illinois. Schopen.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I worked for General Electric. I used to work for RCA. We were just talking about you and how you used to hang doors for.
What was that?
Oh, on the way coming up, Joey and Jan and them.
Yeah. If I had a penny for every door that I handled in the 42.5 years, I could buy a couple of farms like this. Now, the company went to work and gave us a bid to go to the mill 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I take the line. And you don't touch the door at all. All automatic. All automatic? The turning and the paint shop and the staining and the whole damn works is all automated. All automated. Yeah. But I'll still say they're not making as good a doors as old Hamiradas made. No, you can't beat that. That was a door of doors. If old Hamiradas had seen that business now, he'd turn over in his grave. Yeah, he'd shake somebody up. You damn right he would. Yeah. Because Radas had the reputation for a good door. Of the best door in the country. Yeah. Because you heard that when he was in New York. You heard it way over there. A lot of guys wouldn't buy any other doors that was made from Radas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, they got the pig all cut up already, huh?
Yep.
At 11:30 at night. He wasn't going to go to the emergency room.
Okay, yeah, you gotta turn the business
I
on.
gotta get the ice, don't I?
Oh, ice. Yes, yeah, we need the ice, right.
Excuse my ice.
It's okay.
He thought he'd just wait and go to the doctor the next morning rather than the emergency room. So at 11 o'clock, he says, we're going. Oh, yeah, and then they didn't want to let him out. They wanted to admit him right there. They said, well, you have, here's your choice. Which doctor you want to do it? It's not, if you wanted to have it done.
Which one do you want to have do it?
That's right, that was his
Was
choice.
this at Madison then? At
So
Madison
then-
General Center?
Yeah, Madison General. So that's where our insurance is through. So then, they couldn't get him in on Wednesday. The doctor couldn't. He would have a full schedule Wednesday and Thursday. So Friday they scheduled it originally for 3. Then it was at 1. So Karen got there at 11. He already went down at 11:15 and came out at 3:15. So we knew at that time that it was not good.
No.
And then the doctor came out,
Explained it all to him.
drew on his pants with his pen.
Really?
Oh,
no kidding.
No, what he did.
That interesting.
Yep, he couldn't find a piece of paper, so he drew it on his knee.
What's the doctor's name?
Hey, pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. See ya. Get you later.
All
Get
right.
all this wisdom out here.
Oh,
What was the doctor's name?
Slattery. Yeah, he's one of the better known sports medicine men in town. So, the other one with his other knee surgery, that doc, moved from Madison to the state of Oregon. So then he couldn't have that.
What's that?
You see Brian Schrader, then you...
Yeah, he's this tall.
And he's 15.
How
tall are you? You see how tall you are with...
We are getting video cameras. I don't think we should
Well,
be
get
here.
closer and look at the camera. Look at the camera.
No.
Maybe you're about the same height as Brian. Yeah, just shorter.
Video cave.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Here.
Hey, you guys should take a look at them cutting up that pig.
They're having a pig roast over there.
Let's have a horse roast. Let's have a horse roast and we'll roast a horse and we'll...
Can't do that. That's against the law.
Yep. I'll break the law. Is that the pig?
Oh, come on, Paula. They got the kid that you can have a piece.
It's a pig! You're right.
So you'll never eat a ham sandwich again, right?
It's a pig.
What are you supposed to do it to, Paula?
It's a pig. A horse. I don't care if it's against the law. Ha! I do. Still shouldn't do it.
Yeah, we can go tell them they're all done eating that.
Right.
Watch it.
Small little horse, too. Just a little colt.
horse.
Poor little baby.
Yeah, little cold.
I'm gonna throw a pan at you guys.
It's a little spotted
Tell you what, I can laugh my brains out if it's a pan.
little bitty one. Look at
Brains? Yuck.
Many parts are edible.
a piece of kidney. They'll
Huh?
love it.
I get behind you.
Why?
Looks better. You put that on the television too, huh?
That's right.
That's good.
Took Dad. Hey! Gotta get his glass.
We need it.
Uh-huh.
Warm.
Where do you think your hamburgers come from? That's a dead cow.
Oh, look at me. No one cares about cows.
Cows are alright.
Cows are cows. They don't run out like pigs are innocent.
Hi, Karen.
Go away with that,
Jeff, are you?
Get out of here. Stay right
They
there.
know your kids. I bet your wife.
We're around
Hi, how are you? What?
What? I got some turkeys. Go for good. I'll try to clean some of this fat off.
Maybe all right now.
If you just take the knife and run across it, then you can peel it off pretty good. You know, don't try and cut it. Just like shave it.
I feel for you. Thank you. They killed yuck. Hot?
Sorry?
That's a good pig. Get hot. Get real hot and burn his fingers. No. Look at this. You're hurting this poor little pig. No.
You. I'll take that.
You're the one that's worse than I am.
Keep that thing away from me.
Yeah, I'm going to get some more
I'm
here,
fine.
Ray.
That's fine. It'll get too warm otherwise.
Okay, I'm going to get some more. Okay. You guys ready for another beer? Or do you drink the first one?
Yeah, no. It would be the Yes. No. Well, Grandpa. Oh, Grandpa Schiferl and the kids. mother and her brothers and sisters and me.
Yeah.
And Joe?
3 generations.
Joe Wonky was born here then.
I was born right there.
Your house.
And you were premature, Joe, so you were quite small?
Yeah.
Is that right?
And everyone right to the hospital.
Less than 2 pounds. I gained a few cents that I don't need. But then I was in the hospital for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, quite a while. Because before I went to work, I always had to take Anna's milk to the hospital.
Well, if you don't mind, get a little bit more personal, I'd like to talk a little bit about on Ann, your wife. It seemed to me as I was growing up and watching that you were really devoted to her.
You're damn right. She was the best woman in the world. There wasn't another one like it.
How long were you married to her?
38.5
And then you have how many children? You have Marilyn, Joe, excuse me.
Jerome.
Jerome,
Marilyn.
Marilyn,
Dennis.
Dennis, and Ron. Talk to us a little bit about your son Jerome, if you would.
Well, he went to school. He was a master. He said he was going to go for a priest. And then he'd go to work, and about 3 months out of the year, he had to stay home on the fever. So Ronnie played with him all the time on the couch.
Because Ronnie was a baby.
Ronnie was a baby.
And Jerome was sick, he was on the couch.
And Ronnie was not even to Jerome's funeral because Mrs. Wilbur took care of Ronnie. He was a small guy. So and it was 31 below zero the day of his funeral.
Jerome was about what age when he went to the next world?
12.
He was 12.
12 years old, and he got buried on his birthday, the 15th of...
He died on the 15th.
He got buried on the 18th.
Birthday was the 18th.
Yeah.
What
and
month?
He was buried on the 19th.
Oh,
The day after.
That was February.
Hold on there, Kevin.
1945.
And 31 below zero. And he was laid out in the house. His pa died in 42 and Jerome died in 45.
Father Fish died shortly after.
Father Fish died 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before?
Yep, before John died.
Wait a minute.
Jerome died before Father Fish. About 2 weeks.
Because we were in a car accident with Grandpa.
That's right. When the car come out of the driveway on top of the hill. On the way to what was the area?
Cashton.
Cashton, that's right.
Well, what I remember of Aunt Ann was that she was a loving person, great cook. Gosh, when we come up,
Jesus,
that's something with those rolls and frosting on them, and big. Before we'd go home shortly after the noon dinner, of course, it was a big dinner. I don't know how we ever made it home without having to stop someplace, but.
Yeah, she was reasonable. That's why I should have went the same goddamn time she did.
Well, there's a reason for everything, and so.
I don't think the Lord was going the right channel at that time.
Well, we'll probably understand a bit later. So you lived here for 9 years, at the Schiferl homestead here, so to speak, and then you moved to your house in Marshfield.
Tina got married after that.
Okay, that would be my mother, and got married to Joseph and Schopen, who's standing here too, aren't you, Dad?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. And that's when you moved in. You bought the house that you just sold last night, as you said.
1936, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Christmas.
Yeah.
And my house in town is 101 years old.
Is that right, huh?
Just found that out.
That's only one of the few houses that didn't get burnt with the big Greater Marshall Fire.
About what year was that?
I don't know, but it started in the summertime in the Upland lumber yard. And by that, when the fire truck got over there, I suppose the horses at that time, goddamn switch train was blocking the outlet. So that time it got a pretty good start. And it burned down 3/4 of the city. One of my houses was the ones that did not burn.
Can you tell us a little bit about the train traffic through this area? I can recall that coming up here in the trains. We don't, you know, they're on the decline, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, right now there's no passenger trains at all. We used to have 24 passenger trains going there 24 hours space.
One an hour, huh?
Yeah. There was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. That was only passenger trains, besides the freights, because it's the main line between the west and east coast.
I can recall many times where we would count the number of cars. Can you, do you recall the longest train you ever witnessed going through? How many cars it might have been?
Oh, I counted years ago, it was 124 cars. And then you'd have a double head of steam engine on there. Now it's all diesel. And now it's back to the Wisconsin Central again.
Okay.
There, no passenger trains. And no caboose on the freight trains. And there are only about 3 or 4 freight trains a day. The rest all goes down to on the Hiawatha Road on the to Watertown, Madison. And what the hell they call it? Fidelis.
Chicago Northwest.
Yeah, because that's a double track.
Aren't you dressed well enough or what?
Oh, yeah. Did you have onions? We were talking away here, and you know how that looks. You're taking pictures.
Well, actually, the alarm went off, and I didn't hear it. Mary came in and shut it off. I was sleeping on the couch. And I went back to sleep, and then all of a sudden, Ann rang the doorbell. So we ran around trying to get ready.
What time?
7:30, quarter after 7.
You didn't go to bed last night?
Actually, I did. I stayed home. Lloyd came over.
I'm going to take my sweater in. I'm going to find my name tag. Oh, why don't you? You know your register.
Roy came over, and we sat and we watched movies.
What'd Mary do?
Mary went out.
With David?
No, she had a fight or something. I don't know.
What else is doing? Hey, we went to the neighbor's house. Through the whole home.
Oh, that's it. Look at Schopen right at the beer.
Nice. They were outside hanging up a wash. They both were. That little girl.
Chasing you and you around.
Marilyn? That little girl, you know, she wanted to hold my hand all the time, you know. And then he said, would you like to see the house? He said.
Get that up.
We're not pale over there.
So she gave up. She says, oh, we'll have to wait till the kids come home. So when the kids come home,
Keep pushing that down here by me.
You wanted that pill, you said.
I know, I was talking about that.
Help me get this popcorn out, the old man's ear. I can't get it out. So he got over there and he started digging and everything. He couldn't get it out either. Finally, he grabbed her by the nose and he hit the ear, get her ear, and held it, popped right up. She says, you're a pretty good guy. You could be either a surgeon or a doctor. You know just what you do and come out so easy. Nice little man, he looked up in the eye and says, according to the smell of his fingers, he should be our son-in-law.
Not bad.
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, guys that work like that. It's a good one for Mitchie.
Where?
Yeah, him and his buddy.
Yeah. Dude, they just come back from Canada.
What time did you start cooking this thing?
11 o'clock. Oh, 11 o'clock last night, 10:30. Still going at
How
her.
many times we have answered
Well,
that
boy,
call?
we're getting mighty, mighty thirsty over here, and Jeff ain't coming with that beer very fast.
What can you do? Open this thing up?
Yeah,
What's in
just
here?
lift it up. There's nothing in there now.
Ain't nothing
Heat.
there now.
Yeah, a lot of heat.
Big charcoal you put in there.
40 pounds.
Oh.
80 pounds. 80 pounds, is it?
How about 70 maybe? Here's how they let anybody get that away from me.
He's so goddamn stubborn and suit. I give a shit.
See, that's your whole problem. It's your attitude.
I know. He's got a good attitude. Because nobody else can get along with.
Christ, they let anybody in here now, that camera.
What? Isn't it terrible?
It's kind of primitive though. It's just one frame at a time.
Just about,
But then my shorts would get dirty if I pulled them out, so I ain't gonna do that.
Later, right?
Much later, maybe an hour or two.
You want your armpit or not?
Gosh, I am gonna.
I don't need it.
It's hot.
Hey, we can't complain about this, man. We've had rain.
That's what Dad was saying last week.
We had
when he
3
got
inches here a couple of weeks ago.
You guys
went
went
for
for
beer
now?
Oh, crap. I thought he got lost.
I did too.
I was going to give him a map of Hewitt. I was over here before. Nobody wanted one. Let's
Hi, Ed.
do something. Whose is this?
How you doing?
I'm selling them up. Yeah,
That's mine there.
Fingerprint, black fingerprint.
You got it. That's me, yeah.
Steve, black.
Yeah, might as well call it.
Black draw.
My black is starting to rub off. What can I say?
There you go.
Hey, you're improving. You're at least coming off now.
He looks like hell.
You had a tough night or what?
Yeah, I don't get mad.
We're rationing Steve now just for that.
There you go.
There it is.
That's
too
too
much.
Hey, that's too much. He'll be snapping
We
the
gotta
lobbers up
maintain
again.
this boy today.
Somebody's got to watch after him. It's a dirty job, but I don't know why I got to get stuck with it.
Oh, we'll leave his wife for that. She'll like that.
What's new?
You're never happy.
Boy! That's your thing up through the field or mine?
Garbage column here.
Mine. Finally made it. Can you believe
Took
it?
a slow trip.
That's good. That'd be the longest shower I've ever
Let
seen.
the truck cool down.
Well, I don't know what this is. Holy man, oh man, this is a dirty job.
Lime.
Oh, not that
It ain't as
bad.
dirty as cooking, or it's dirtier than cooking it.
You got it.
Let me know.
Surprising the number of taverns that are open. You get
That's
rid of half the bill.
good. I stopped in Babcock. There was nothing open in there.
No.
I found a place to
We'll let you know as soon as
That's if you
Won't
know
be
the
long.
time you're in, but
Hopefully.
much love for the
Yeah,
old
I
log.
can talk to me,
Keep on throwing it down by your foot drum.
Until we start carving on you.
You ought to talk.
Hey, I think the three of us, we could cook the fat. We'd get more than 5 gallons out of it.
you see, that's Polish days.
That's
You
all
see,
old
I
beer.
I know.
They had the camper.
Beer fat. Yeah, I bet you if we fed them pigs, they'd really grow if we fed them beer.
I went to a brewer game
Yeah, I
one
know.
day. Four other guys were all drunker than all.
When we handle it,
It's like, I thought that was Joey at first. Whee! And you thought you'd get bored.
My car's worth what? $4 grand? Hi, Dan.
Hello.
We're switching it. Let's go.
Aaron, come on.
No way.
Linda.
Come back.
Linda. Get over here. We need a good player.
Linda. Work to the volleyball court. Linda.
Wait. Karen. Hey. One waving there. Come here.
Karen or Eric? Come on, we need one more.
Karen.
Coming? They don't finish it up.
Where's the swing? Right there? Okay.
Every birthday she's on.
I know you.
Hey, get in.
Back.
I was trying to. You were there.
I didn't think you were. I thought you were back here.
Nothing.
Lots of goodies.
This road through the field is more heavily traveled for them than on the main road. It cuts the distance down.
Hi, Dad. Put on. And how far back does the land go?
Well, all of this was sold off at the original farm. And right now it goes back, I think, about here, and then zags over there, and then goes over. Ed donated an acre of land to the cemetery when he owned the farm. And,
this is the schoolhouse up here, right?
yeah, that's the schoolhouse, but the big cupola on top has been removed, which held the bell, a big bell, which was always rang at starting time and quitting time and school hours. That school has a huge, huge attic.
Usually it's been so cold winter.
And of course all large classrooms. But two grades to a classroom. This end here where you see the drapes on is the chapel. And then that classroom was used for people during the week, in the winter time. They always had mass in there. And of course, all we knew was nuns as teachers. There was no lay teachers at that time.
I remember playing a game of softball here on this, right about this area when I was a kid, sliding into second base.
Yeah, this was used much for baseball and football. And they do have a field downtown on the other side of the railroad tracks that was used for softball. I guess they have some pretty good players, I understand. And they have some Sunday games and some evening games. Bev tells me. This is their power plant that was added. I think at the time they built a new church. This church is not the one that we were married in. The rectory is the same building, and that rectory was built by Monsignor Daniels. Many years ago. The first rectory was a frame. And I think it perhaps was built not in the same time as the big house was built at home. Of course, you know, in a small town you knew everybody. You know, you not only knew your neighbors, you knew the people who lived down in this end of town. Made 3 trips a day many times down for the mail. Way back in the relatives, there was a Swagger and a Schiferl relatives, and this is a Schiferl. Dan, if you want to get a picture of this on the other side.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is a Schiferl here. That is some of our ancestors. She died in 1893. I think that was Ben, let's see, I would have to decipher that, but she was I think her maiden name was Schweiger, and that's why you see Schweiger aside of it. Uncle Mike, which was our great uncle as we were growing up, I think this was his mother. She lived with him. But they did come from Jefferson also. And Uncle Mike never had any children of his own. He adopted a child. And I think eventually she went to the state of Idaho.
South is the cemetery. East and church. Here. Look. Moving over here to the grave site.
Now we could go back to Leo's after a while. This is Mom and Dad's right here. That's Mom. And of course it's Wienand, which was a brother. So you can see he died the same year as Mom.
Why don't you tell us, Wienand was born in...
Wienand was born in 1910, and Wienand always, he was a very, very giving person, and he had very dark hair, which was a little different than the most of us. He was a lovable guy. He went out to play with Ray. Yeah, well, they really didn't go out to play. They went to the hay barn. They were supposed to feed the cows hay after they came from school. And of course, they entered the basement of the barn. And one time they just wanted to just jump to the cable of the manure carrier. And one more last time, Wienand said. Ray was already on his way upstairs to go to throw hay down. And he didn't make it that last time. He fell and fractured his skull. Dad was just down the road a bit working on those years. People could work on road construction and prepare roads, and Dad was not very far from home, so quickly got him. But I can remember they brought Wienand in the house and laid him on the dining room table, and we could tell there was something seriously wrong. Of course, you know, we were quite young, like a little over 5. I was, and the other girls were younger. And of course, they got him to the hospital, but he didn't live more than a few days. He really fell very hard on that cement. And on this...
that was 1923 then.
1923 in December, and Mother died April of 1923, April 9.
She was born on January 6, 1888.
That's correct. And of course, Mother was born in Germany at Mönchengladbach, and Dad was born at Jefferson in 1886 on March 28. Dad was killed in an auto accident on his way home from our house. A man, elderly man, misjudged the drive off of a highway and turned right into our father's car. On this same plot is another child which was died the same day it was born. It was born in August. And that child was an age between Ed and I. Probably would be like 72 now, 73.
What was that child's name?
Joseph. And was buried here for and then for a long time it was only a baby. Yeah. And this,
That little one.
yeah, it says baby over in there. You can see. But we verified it with the church records, and I had called Father, and he said that his name was Joseph. Then on this same plot, because there was empty lot, Dad said somebody may as well use it, so Ed purchased part of that lot. And Ed, as you can see, Martha is buried there. Martha, and it was Ed's first wife, and just a lovely woman. She died of cancer on October 16th, 1952. Martha was a neighbor and just almost was like one of the family. Ed, of course, is still waiting for him. And then on the other side of Ed would be Florence, Ed's second wife. And she died in 1982. She became ill when we were on one of our family vacations up north at Garmisch. And we were called.
That was Joseph, huh?
Yeah. Do you want me to get that? From Germany. And
Do you know what city?
I would think that it might be Mönchengladbach, but I'm not sure where Barbara came from. I know my grandpa came from Geisenheimer, I believe it is. And you see Catherine there? Catherine was a sister to my grandpa Daniels. So Catherine is a daughter of Barbara, as well as Monsignor Weenan Daniels and my grandpa. They were sister and brother. There was also George in that family, and he was a priest in Illinois. We don't know what happened to him, if he joined an order or if what happened. They just lost total contact with him in those years. But he was a priest also. And if you go over here, you can see her grandpa's grave. That's 1861, and he died August 13, 1943.
Herman was his name. Herman?
Herman was his name, yes. And he was Herman Daniels Sr., and then he had a son, Herman, and he had, his son Herman had another son, Herman, and then that son, Herman, had another Herman. So there's 4 generations of Hermans. There was. And I think I have that family picture somewhere.
Some of those are now contractors in Madison?
No, there is only one Herman left, and I really don't know what his occupation is now, but he was a police officer in Verona, but I know he has a different occupation now.
Some of that family were contractors, though, in Madison
yes,
area.
Herman's son, Joe, lives in Madison now yet, and he is a contractor in that, yeah, a very successful person in building and all of that.
Over here is Teresa Daniels, where she's been buried, and she has on there priest housekeeper for 63 years.
She's currently in a skilled care center in Portage.
Mm-hmm.
We could just listening to Tina Schiferl Schopen and last comment by her husband, Joe Schopen. Who wants to tell us about Grandma Daniels, that would have been the spouse of Herman?
Tina just told that.
Yeah, but he didn't get the picture. Why don't you talk about it, girl? Do you remember something about Grandma? Avery, you know?
Not enough to talk about. Why didn't you speak on it?
Just
that they lived upstairs from us for a while. But I don't really remember that much.
Yeah, I remember her a little bit. Well, they lived upstairs after Mother died, and of course, she did lots of the mending and sewing for us. It was a big family, you know. Their mother left, so, and of course, Mother was a daughter of Teresa and Herman. So they did a lot of mending and things, but Grandma Daniels was a stern person. And we'd run home from school, and she could see us coming home because they lived upstairs, and it was a very good view. But she always let us know if our coats weren't buttoned in the wintertime. I can remember her coming back to our bedrooms, and at that time there was nothing. Girls did not wear anything but dresses. So in the wintertime we had to wear long cotton stockings, which I think some of you remember. And she'd come and help us put our stockings on over our long underwear, which is unheard of today. But that was a sign of the times.
I think I remember the mustard plasters when we had colds, that she would put the mustard plasters on our necks and on our chest. Onions, I think, too, were
goose grease.
Sound like natural remedies. Vegetable remedies.
1985. Beside him is buried his first wife, Lucille, who died November 2nd, 1954. Jane, would you mind coming here a minute? No. You will be buried over here, June?
Yeah.
On this side of the stone too?
Yeah.
We've got your name on there.
Yeah.
You have the year when you were born, which is January 2nd. What year, Jane?
1914. Must be, yeah, it's on there, but you can see.
We're kind of unique this morning, being able to stand here with a spouse who is deceased and another spouse who is living.
Birds like that too.
Yes, it's a pretty gravestone too. Did Leo and you pick that out, or had you
had one already?
You had one already.
Yeah.
Lucille is the mother of
Bob and Roland.
yeah, Bob and Cleo and
Larry and John and Ron. Lucille.
Jean and Lucille and Roy.
Yeah. And Lucille.
And how old was Lucille when her mother died?
45. Mother, 2 weeks old.
2 weeks old.
Yeah.
And when did you enter the household? How old was she then?
5.
She was 5 years old.
Yeah.
And then you entered, you combined the families there. Your family and Leo's family. So you had lots of work, didn't you?
Nothing.
You always helped Leo outside.
Yeah, kids are gone and I have.
They were all home yet at Leo's family, were they, when you came?
John and Jane on there. Oh, John was there a while too. Yes. Larry was out.
And then Dad Schiferl lived with you too, didn't he? Did you live in South Hewitt then, or where did you live at that time?
I lived in Arbondale. Arbondale.
Arbondale. Yeah. And when you had the farm here south of Hewitt, did you never lived at Colby, did you, Lucille?
No.
Oh.
I told him if he's employed, I didn't know you guys, take first. And stuff that John let me know, I'll pile it up.
everybody went for a walk.
Yeah, down the cemetery.